You'll see that it's, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Aly Guaman, who is Deputy Clerk of Elko County. And Aly, as she goes by, will be answering questions on registering to vote in Elko County and where early voting is, where voting is going to be on election day. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And if you'll go ahead and get us started, where do we register to vote in Elko County?
Hi, Molly. Thank you so much for allowing us to come on here on your platform so that we could share some important information to our voters and also those that want to register to vote. So that's a really important question on where do you register to vote. And there's a few different places where you can do it, and it's very simple. Of course, you can come to the clerk's office. We're at the courthouse, 550 Court Street on the 3rd floor of the Annex building. We can register you right there. You can go online, registertovotenv.gov, or there's also other avenues like the DMV has automatic voter registration. They will automatically register you to vote if you're eligible, automatically unless you opt out. And then there's other offices around town, like the welfare office, that will register you if you would like to. Then the other option is by mail. If you can't get out of the house or just need to by mail for any reason, we'll take care of you by mail. We like to advocate for the online, the registertovotenv.gov, just because you can check your registration status, check where you're registered, what's your mailing address, what's your party, and you can make those changes online as well. So the online tool is a really great place for you to check your information and update it if you need to. If you need to verify your status, just give us a call if you aren't able to get online, and we're happy to check, see where you're registered, and if you need to make any changes, we'll help you with that as well. One of the other questions that people have been asking us are deadlines. What are some important deadlines that we can share with you? To register to vote in person, by mail, or through agencies like the DMV or the welfare office, the deadline is October 6th. We have to receive it by October 6th. The online deadline is October 29th, but you'll just want to make a note that as of October 16th, when you register online, you'll have to appear in person to the early voting or on election day with a government-issued ID. And then also, if your address doesn't match what's on your ID, you'll just have to bring additional proof of residency, so like a utility bill, a bank statement, paycheck stub, something that will prove that you live where you're saying you reside in. This year, we've also implemented same-day registration. Same-day registration is where you can show up during early voting or election day with government-issued ID. And again, if your address doesn't match what's on your ID, just bring additional proof. And we can register you that same day at the polling location. Absentee ballot request forms are not required if all your information is correct on your registration, unless you're out of town and you need your ballot mailed to a different area. But if you do need that absentee ballot request form, it's available on our website, and I know you've got it linked, Molly, and it's also on the Secretary of State's website since we utilize the state's form. Some other important dates are early voting. It starts October 17th and goes all the way through October 30th. Saturdays will be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Early voting is going to be at the Elko Convention Center, which is 700 Morin Way in Elko. And then for election day, we are actually going to have all of our polling locations open, all 7 of them. So most of them are the same, but I'll just go through our polling sites just in case anybody needs that. Elko's election day polling location is the Convention Center. Carlin is the Carlin Justice Building. Wells is the Wells Justice Building. West Wendover's got a new location, which is the City Hall in West Wendover. Spring Creek, we're looking at the Spring Creek Middle School multi-purpose building right behind it. Lamoille is the old schoolhouse, and then Mound Valley Jigs is same place, the Jigs Community Hall. We are also still looking for poll workers. We're uncertain of what October, November will look like, so we just want to be prepared and have lots of workers ready. We have people that will be sanitizing in between voters, and we will need backup poll workers as well. So if anybody's interested in becoming an election poll worker, all you have to do is call our office. That number is 775-753-4600, and then just opt for the election department. We can sign you guys up. Our biggest thing is that we do encourage people to vote their ballot that they receive by the mail, and you can return it to our office in a few different ways. You could either drop it off in person to the county clerk's office. You can drop it off during election day. You can mail it back through the USPS service, or you can drop it off at early voting or at your polling location on election day. In addition to those drop boxes, we will also have it available during early voting at the Carlin, Wells, and West Wendover City Clerk's offices. And then the deadline for us to receive those ballots is by the closing of the polls on election day, either to the county clerk's office or to those ballot drop boxes at the polling locations. Another important change that happened this year is that those ballots that are being mailed back via USPS, they must be postmarked by November 3rd on election day and received by the county clerk's office by 5 p.m. the 7th day after election. And I think that's really all I have.
Perfect. That was great. Do you anticipate your ballot to be large?
It's going to be on that longer page, but it's a double-sided one-page ballot.
Okay, so it is a one-page ballot. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Well, no, you've addressed everything that I had. So, and like I said, I greatly appreciate your time. And again, the website is above in the description. So if you have any questions about how to vote, where to vote in Elko County, please visit the website. Thank you again, Aly, for your time. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. We really appreciate your help.